Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Early Career Academic. On this channel, I explore how I use the Passion Planner to set personal and professional goals. In this video, I'm going to be doing kind of a flip through where I talk about how I'm using the Passion Planner in the year 2025 for specifically fitness. If you haven't seen my goals video already, my roadmap video, I go over what my big game changer goal is for year 2025. And in that, I go over the reasons why I set it and also the details. But essentially, the major game changer goal that I have set for myself this year is to lose 50 pounds. So it is, I'm taking a more holistic approach to fitness than just weight loss. However, that is definitely the objective. So I'm going to show you how I've set up the Passion Planner to achieve this potentially. Before I get into it, I am a Passion Planner ambassador. There is an affiliate link and a discount code in the description of this video. I would love it if you use that link and code. I'm really close to meeting a PashFam milestone. I can't wait to share it with you, but I haven't met it yet. So if you're planning on picking up any Passion Planner products, I thank you in advance. And I thank you for everyone who has used that link and code. Especially I've seen sort of an uptick as the new year has begun. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments and your thumbs up and your subscriptions. All right, let's get into it. So this is the Passion Planner medium in the dusty rose color, and it is dated for the year 2025. And these are the rose gold tabs if you're interested. So let's talk about what I have, how I have used this planner specifically to tackle fitness. All right, so I'm going to recap some stuff. Some of this will be familiar to you if you've been watching my videos, and some of it will be new. So this is the roadmap. I did, as I said, post a video about setting this up, and this is where I've articulated the game changer goal. These are the steps I can take to make progress toward this goal. And so like one of the things is figuring out my calorie goals. Another is scheduling and coming up with exercise options. So some of these I could check off because I've done them already, and some of them I still have to do. I can, for example, after I finish this video, check off some of the share out. This is one of the ways in which I want to, one of the steps I can take to achieve this goal is to share with you my progress and my efforts. I find that if I do that, I'm more likely to continue with it. I'm more likely to do it in the first place if I'm sharing my journey with you, like so many journeys I've shared with you over the years. And so I think that if I continue to keep this on, then I will make progress toward that. And then I talked about my vision board. There's definitely quite a bit on here related to fitness and health. And then this is the next section of the planner. I did go ahead and put one of the extra rose gold tabs that come in the pack so that I can easily flip to this page. These are the monthly habit trackers, which Passion Planner now has included in the front pages of the planner. This didn't used to be in the front, but now they have them. And you can also find this as a free printable on their website if you want to grab it. But this is great because several of these are related to the fitness goal, and then some are more general habits that I'd like to cultivate. I need to get better about flossing, is for sure. But vitamins, exercise, weighing in, that's where I will check this off. And if you haven't already seen me do this, I'll just show you real quick. For each week, in the planner, I put trackers here to remind myself to come to these trackers and actually check them off. And there's one other tracker that I have. This is the habit one, and then there's a weight one, which I'll show you. But if I don't have these in each week, I will forget about the trackers. That is the truth, the honest to God truth. So that is what we are doing there. So this is another place in which I will track my fitness efforts. And now I might change my habits from month to month, but for now, these are the ones that I'd like to focus on. Okay, so then for each month that I set up, I bring the game changer goal into here, and I think about what I want to tackle related to that game changer goal using this mind map. And then I will often transfer some of it as action items in the priority project list here. That way, when I go to set up the week, I pull that into here. Again, a lot of repetition, but this is what actually helps you make sure that you're actually making time to meet the goal that you set. And then making sure that I stick it in my to-do list and or schedule it out in the week. So that is what's happening here. And the other way in which I'm using the planner for fitness is I am popping these workout stickers on here to remind me to actually do that. This has been really helpful. Like, I do look at the day each day and go, where can I put this workout? Based on other things I want to accomplish, based on scheduling. Like, I have one here. This is when I did my HIIT workout. I was able to squeeze this workout around this call I had, and I will be doing my workout for today after lunch. One of the reasons I am trying to schedule workouts either after breakfast or after lunch is because of insulin resistance. Dementia and Alzheimer's run in my family, and one of the things that we are discovering about that is that if you have too much insulin resistance, it is more likely that you will have this brain issue later on. So if I learned this actually when I had gestational diabetes with my daughter, that if you work out after you eat, it basically eats some of the sugar in whatever you ate. And so it makes your insulin not spike as much. Now, I'm not a scientist. Please, by all means, run this by your doctor before you just jump on board. But this is what I learned when I had gestational diabetes, that my sugars wouldn't spike as much if I was working out. And so one of the things that they speculate about is that this does contribute to deterioration of the brain, this insulin spikes. And so I'd like to schedule workouts, after I eat. And I even am attempting to like do a quick workout after each meal, not like the main workout of the day, but just like some squats or something. So that again, like I'm kind of combating that insulin spike. So that's what we're doing there. And this is how I'm kind of tracking it in the day to day. So that's for the month. Okay. And then I will have at the end of every month a reflection opportunity to see like, how did it go? Okay. And so that's where I will also be reflecting on this journey. And then moving to the back pages, there's some additional ways in which I'm doing this goal. This first section of the back pages, and I've separated them with tabs, is the goals section. So I put my weight trackers in here. These were like, I had to think about it. These are trackers that Passion Planner has on their website for anything you want to track that's numerical, right? And so it's not weight specific, but it is numerical. These are the days of the month, and then these are numbers. You can change these to any number you want, or you can even change it to non-numerical thing if you want to. But essentially, it's kind of like, if you basically want to create a graph, this is kind of a good way to go about it. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a graph type thing. One thing I didn't know is just a heads up, if you plan on putting these trackers in your planner, these are the month ones, and it did not occur to me before I cut all of them up, every single one of them, that I could have just pasted 4 of them on a single sheet and saved myself a lot of trouble. I think because I wasn't sure where I was going to put these in the planner, I just ended up cutting them all individually. So these are all like individual pieces of paper that I pasted in here, but obviously if you're planning on just doing a whole like a 4 months in a spread in a page, you could just paste the whole 4 months. This is how it looks when you print it out for the medium size. So just learn from my mistake and save yourself some headache there. In any case, like you can see that like already I've zigzagged a little bit in my weight, but I'm trying not to let it deter me and just kind of keep on keeping on until my like weight fluctuations settle down. But there's been a lot of just sort of consistency. Now I'm giving myself some reprieve. This was like a weird coming off the holidays right into the snow, like 2 snow events we had. It was just kind of insane. But I am like very happy with the efforts I'm making. It's just not like super reflected here in this weight chart. But this is why I do this, because I need to be aware of it. Now, that's not to say that you should weigh yourself every day if you find it triggering. I need to do it because if I don't do it, I will not be able to measure my progress, and I will also like out of sight, out of mind. That's how it works for me. So for me, I don't find it triggering. I just find it like a little bit defeating sometimes, but I get over it pretty quickly. In any case, I'm using these increments on the left here to, like, these are pounds, right? So hopefully this will start trending down. But right now it's basically like, in theory, like in this tracker, I could lose 10 pounds a month if I wanted to and not like bust the tracker open. But in any case, that's like what these numbers signify, is like pounds down or pounds up, depending on how it goes. But over the course of a month. And so I'm starting out with January, and I pasted enough months in here for the entire year. All right, so that's the weight tracking. And then this is another page I created. These are actually stickers. They look like little notepad things, but they're stickers by Lorraine Stickers and Stuff, if you're interested. I've had them for a while, and I'm like, where am I going to use these, And this is the perfect page, I thought, because I had a lot of information I wanted to put on here, but I didn't know how to break it up, and these stickers were really helpful. You can hear the snow like shifting on my house rooftop with the wind. So the first thing I want to share with you are my weight loss rewards chart. Okay, so this is something that I saw recommended on many different platforms. If you do have an ambitious weight loss goal, giving yourself little rewards when you meet certain milestones is helpful. So for the first, after the first 5 pounds, I'm giving myself a magazine subscription. Now, you might be like, Tanya, seriously, that's a reward. But for me, I'm an underbuyer. I don't buy a lot of stuff for myself, and there's certain things I want. And I think just having this both as a reward to myself, but also a reminder of stuff that I actually want to do for myself, it kind of works on both levels. I'd like to subscribe to a magazine again, because I really enjoy reading magazines, but they're so expensive if you don't have a subscription. Even then, they're kind of expensive, but nowhere near as expensive as buying it off the shelf in a grocery store. $15 for a magazine, it's like crazy. I could buy a whole book for that. Anyway, the next milestone is a manicure. And again, it's not that I have to lose 10 pounds to get a manicure. I can get one whatever I want. But I just think it would be a nice little celebration of that milestone to go get a nice manicure or pedicure. And then for 15 pounds, I want to buy another book off my TBR list. For 20 pounds, get some new makeup. 25, this is a sourdough ornament that I really want to buy for myself. These I put in the little 5 increments of weight loss, little mini rewards essentially between the big ones, because I thought that would just keep the momentum going, and not cost a ton of money. And then 30 pounds, a fancy date night with my husband. 35 pounds, another book off my TBR list. 40 pounds, a spa day. 45 planner stickers, and then 50 some new clothes, because I think by then I will want/need new clothes. So that is my reward system. So we'll see how. I honestly don't think this in and of itself motivates me. I have other motivations that are a lot stronger, but I do think that this will help reinforce those motivations, and also just kind of you should celebrate the wins. However you want to do that, whatever wins you're tracking, you should definitely find ways to celebrate them. Then this is a mishmash of information, but essentially I've put my starting weight and where my ending weight. We'll put my ending weight once I have an ending weight for the end of the year, and then my calorie requirements. Now, I am walking you through this here in case you're interested, but what I did is I used a calorie calculator online to figure out how many calories can I consume in a day and just maintain my current weight. And that's that. Then how many calories should I consume if I want to lose weight and I'm not exercising at all? And that's this number here. If I want to lose a pound a week, I'd have to consume only 17,039 calories in a day if I'm not exercising. And then if I am exercising and it's daily, then I can consume 2,300 calories a day and still lose a pound a week. Now I'm keeping it in this pound a week range, even though you can go up to 2 pounds a week safely. So these are these two numbers here. And I think this is important because some days you don't get around to exercising. So you may have to pull back on the calorie intake, but you also shouldn't necessarily go for this number if you are exercising daily, because you need energy to exercise. I think sometimes we jump the gun and we reduce calories a lot and we start exercising, and then our bodies are like, what? And it can be hard to maintain that. So it's just really nice to know what these are. And then basically this is sort of general rule, but you want a 500 calorie deficit per day if you're trying to lose a pound a week. So between the maintenance number and the number of calories you actually eat, unless you're exercising. Again, unless you're exercising. Now, this really only makes sense if you are tracking calories, right? And what you will see in this video is there's nowhere in this planner that I track calories of things that I eat. And partly because I find it so laborious. Like I used to do years ago, I tried Weight Watchers. I tried using I think it's MyFitnessPal or whatever app where you enter the food and the calorie. But the problem is I found those things really weren't as laborious if you were like eating things out of a package or eating things with calorie information posted. But like if you make a lot of your food from scratch, which we do, it is a pain in the ass to figure out how many calories and how much of it. So what I do is kind of a in-between effort where I like think about the basic things I eat on a regular basis, list out the calories, like as best I can estimate them. And then, have a ballpark for where I am in terms of calorie intake. So that's what I'm doing right now as part of my meal planning effort, is to figure out what do I eat, in what range of calories am I consuming on a regular basis? And then like, do I need to walk it back here or there or what have you? So that's what I'm in the middle of doing right now, which is why I don't really have like a lot of this broken down, but I did do this part anyway. The other thing that you need to be aware of if you are on your own weight loss journey is that, and I have this note to myself, that this changes if you lose or gain weight. Now, if you lose weight, you have to pull back on the calories more, because when you exercise, part of the calorie burn calculation is how much you currently weigh. You burn more calories doing the same thing if you weigh more than if you weigh less. So I might burn 500 calories doing a HIIT workout in 30 minutes, whereas someone half my size would only burn half as many calories. Now that math is probably not accurate, but you get what I'm saying. Like a smaller person will burn less calories doing the same activity that I will do. So what you have to be aware of is as you lose weight, these numbers will change. So it's something I put a note just to remind myself, like if I've experienced significant weight loss, to go back to the calorie calculator and recalculate. Okay, then I put a whys, like why am I doing this? What are my motivations? As I mentioned before, insulin resistance is really important, and I do not want to end up like my grandma and my great-grandma. They had two different things. One had Alzheimer's, one has dementia, but still I feel like, we don't understand it as much as we'd like, but there is possibly a link between these things, and I really, really, really want to avoid it if possible. The other motivation are my kids, and this is all connected, of course, but I want to be a good role model for them. I want to be able to really do stuff with them without feeling out of breath, without being a constant like discomfort from my knees or my back or whatever. I just really want to be able to be there for them. And then 3, I'm going to be honest with you, I want to look good. I'm not saying that extra weight doesn't make you look good. I'm saying that in my head, I have a vision of myself and the weight at which I'd like to be and what I would feel comfortable in terms of like wearing certain clothes and, taking certain types of photographs and so on and so forth. And I am partially motivated by appearance. Now, I know myself after almost 40 years on this planet. I don't take good pictures. I'm not a super photographic person. Even when I weighed way less than I do, I don't know. It's something having to do with my face. I'm not sure. I just don't take great pictures unless I put a lot of effort into it. So that's not the issue. It's really more about, I want to look how I picture myself in my head, if that makes sense. I'm not picturing myself in college. Nope, not picturing myself in college. Or I should say late high school, early college. I'm picturing myself more how I was in my early 20s. I think if I can get back there, then I will feel like I look the way I feel, if that makes sense. I feel the way I look. I don't know, both sides of the same coin. And then the last one is feel good. As I mentioned earlier, like my back, my knees, the level of energy that I'm bringing to the table, like all of that. These aren't necessarily one more important than the other. I mean, some are, like not getting dementia and Alzheimer's is important, but they are motivations, and it's helpful to remember the why so I can try to make better choices like throughout my day to day. And then the last thing I put here are exercise options. So what I did is I broke this into 3 categories, like what should I do if I have low energy or like very little time to devote to it, and then medium energy, medium time, and then high energy or more time. So this is important because there are some days where I just look at my to-dos and I'm like, oh my God, I have so much stuff I need to do. I don't know if I'm going to have time for a 30-minute HIIT workout plus time off of that to like get redressed or take a shower or what have you. So it's important to have these options in place and to think about it ahead of time so I don't have to make on the cuff decisions, right? So for low energy, I have things like walk for 15 minutes, do a legs, arms, core type of workout for 10 minutes, yoga for 15 minutes, play with the kids vigorously for 15 minutes, and then medium energy, walk, jog for 30 minutes, and yoga for 30 minutes. And then high energy, more time, is a HIIT workout. I'm possibly thinking of rejoining Peloton, but my Samsung smartwatch connects to the TV downstairs, and there's workouts that are kind of Pelotonish, or maybe more like P90X is probably a better way to put that. But I ran out of space, but this would also include like a longer walk, like 45 minutes to an hour. If I have more time, more energy, and or the opportunity, it might include swimming or some such thing, hiking, that kind of thing. Just like more high energy, more time consuming type of exercise. Okay, so that is that. I think that's it. The rest is work. This is like, yeah. So that's the way in which I'm using the Passion Planner to help myself with my fitness goal. I fully expect this to kind of evolve as I like figure out what works and what doesn't work. But for now, I'm really happy with how I have it set up. The one thing is I don't have like necessarily a reminder to check in with this page, like on a regular basis. I'm not sure if I need to. I do need to update this if I do lose weight, and I obviously have rewards tied to that. So what I could do is just like put a little sticky note to remind myself to check this every so often. So we'll see. I don't want to like let too much time go by without consulting this every so often, but for now, this is it. I also might transfer some of this info to my phone so that I have it with me at all times, like especially these calorie calculations and these exercise options. I think I might keep these in Google Keep for now, just so that I have them on me at all times. All right, that's it. So let me know in the comments, do you use your planner for fitness? If so, how? Like, I'd love to know how you do it and garner some additional ideas about how I might do it. I am learning this, and I binged a bunch of videos about using a planner for fitness, but I will say there's not as many out there as I thought there would be. And definitely not a lot of people who use Passion Planner specifically for that. So anyway, I would just love to know how you use your planner for that. And if you're on a similar journey to me, I'd love to, to check in with you, see how it's going. Thanks so much for watching this. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're not already. I will see you back here for some more fun planner vids and to update you on my progress as I hopefully make progress toward my goal. Have a good one. Bye.